came down to Wears Valley, Tennessee, and we got put up by Jerry SANDIFER from Great Cabins in the Smokies. What a beautiful section of the United States here in the Smoky Mountains. And just before the show got started, we had a chance to talk to Jerry SANDIFER.
We're about 45 miles east of Knoxville, Tennessee. Knoxville is about 50% of the population of the United States lives east and west of Knoxville. So we're about 40 miles east of Knoxville. We're about 60 miles west of Asheville, North Carolina. What we're hoping is to get people that have never been to this part of East Tennessee, and especially in the little community that we live in, to see what a beautiful place that we live in. It's a hidden gem. This is actually our first year the Wears Valley Area Chamber decided to do this, and it's actually beyond our expectations as far as the crowd and the vendors that we've been able to get to come.
Jamie, axe throw finals are coming up, and a lot of people don't maintain their throwing axes like they do their chopping axes. Just tell me the deal on, looks like yours has been run over by a tractor.
Well, the axe throwing axes are actually not supposed to be razor sharp like our chopping axes. They're meant to stick into a target, and as a result, for it to stick, it has to be blunt, it has to be dull. But you can see mine's actually tasted some pavement, tasted some metal, and among other things. More than likely, I probably do need to smooth it out a little bit, but I have yet to have one fall out on me, so I'm doing pretty well.
You got a corner there that's a little bit bent. Isn't that a little bit of a disadvantage? Maybe only a centimeter, but maybe a disadvantage on that corner.
Well, Bill, I kind of throw axe, kind of the way I argue in court. I don't know what's going to come out of my mouth or come out of my hands until I actually say it or do it. So it really doesn't matter to me.
Jamie speaking the truth there. I was actually down at him and his dad's place in Webster Springs back in 1994. Jamie was teaching me how to do some chopping. And before we went to a show, we actually set up the axe throw target. There's a 4 for Bradshaw. And we tried the axe throw just before we left, and I was throwing bullseyes. When we got to the show, Jamie pulled the axe throw event.
Well, we got 4 guys in the finals. Actually, Jamie Koger, Arden Koger Jr. did not make it into the finals. Look at that, a 5 for Bradshaw. He's got a 2-throw total of 9 right now. But we have 4 guys in the finals, including Jewett and LENTZ and Sullivan. Bradshaw just wrapping things up right now. He could put this thing away right now.
He could. Actually, and he throws a 2. Actually, that's a 3-throw total for him of 11. And, of course, when you're in a field with LENTZ and Sullivan, you know that you've got to throw at least a 13 or better if those guys are going to, if you're going to get ahead of those guys.
Yeah, well, he knew he had a chance to put him away with a 2-throw total of 9. He ended up drifting off for 2 points, 11 points. That's not going to hold up in this field. We got Dave Jewett, who's won lots of axe. Well, between Jewett, Sullivan, and LENTZ, a lot of these guys have won a lot of competitions. There's Jewett's classic style where he rubs the axe handle on top of his head, but he drifts off to the left there, and Dave's not going to be happy with that. He's scratching his head.
Not a bit. Dave, actually, a lot of the things he does, he's very methodical how he does things, whether it's chopping or single bucking. Axe throwing is no different.
And he comes back a little bit there with a 5, so now he's got a 2-throw total of 8. He should be able to take down Chris Bradshaw, unless he's going to freeze up himself here right now. A bullseye is going to give him 13 and put him out in a good lead right now with 2 more throwers after him. And it looks like he does nail the bullseye for a 3-throw total of 13. Dave Jewett takes the lead. We got Melvin LENTZ coming up next, but look at this style here.
It's hard to tell, really, because that axe is so narrow around the handle, but you see the edges of it, 6 inches of cutting edge, and of course that's what scores. All you have to do is get that cutting edge in the highest ring, and you get points for that ring. And of course you see there the axe hit high, but that 6 inches is hanging down into the bullseye. He'll get scored for all of it.
Here's Melvin LENTZ. We saw him a couple of weeks ago in New Hampshire, finishing second to Dave Engasser in a $1,000 axe throw playoff. Melvin LENTZ, a little bit of a mishap there. He usually gets bullseyes. He got a 4 in his first throw.
That's right. 4's not bad though. 4 will keep you in there if you could throw 3 4s. Of course, that's a 3-throw total of 12. Nothing wrong with that at all.
There's Melvin's patented bullseye right there for a 2-throw total of 9. He could take out Jewett right now and take the lead if he comes up with another bullseye. Right now he's got 9.
That's right. Throwing for 40 years, Melvin LENTZ. Been at this a long time. There's what experience does for you. Another, that's really close. Looks like it's a 4.
Yeah, he's got a 4. Judge Lindsey Downs giving him a 4. 3-throw total of 13. Tied with Dave Jewett at this point for first place. They may have to have a playoff unless, of course, Mike Sullivan can get a 14 or 15 and win this thing outright.
Which he can do. Mike Sullivan, another great axe thrower. Usually I throw against Mike up at the Freiburg Fair in southern Maine. And up there at the axe throw, Mike is usually always in the finals there as well.
Oh, Mike's not going to be happy with that when he's only got a 3. Drift off to the left. He's not lining himself up square to the target. I mean, drifting off to the left, it seems like a very simple mistake to make.
Sometimes that'll happen if you've got a bit of wind, but you can see the trees here in the background. There's not a bit of wind at all today.
Drifting off to the left and high again for Mike. 2-throw total of 6. 3s in his first throw. I mean, he can't be happy with that.
He's just not on his game here today. And, of course, that happens. Axe throw, it's all about nerves. It's all about what's in your mind at the time.
Now he's relaxed.
He's relaxed now. In for a beautiful bullseye, Mike Sullivan there on his third throw.
Well, he's going to end up tying with Chris Bradshaw for third place. We got two guys in the playoff with Dave Jewett and Melvin LENTZ both coming up with 13 points, and the judges deem that one throw each is going to determine the winner of this axe throw for the money. Dave Jewett going first.
Probably a good idea, although Dave dressed up, looks like he's only in for a 2. But some of these guys, with the quality they are, they can throw here for hours.
And Melvin LENTZ wins the axe throw with 4 points in the winning throw playoff. King of Lumberjack Sports includes being king of the axe throw. How many victories in your 40-year history?
Well over 100 there, Bill. I've won several of them in Canada. A P&E back when it was going, like I won it 10 times, so I've won several.
Some are bigger money than others, and I know I saw you last month in New Hampshire where you came up second place. What is it about your consistency? Is it just being able to relax mentally?
Well, a lot of that, and then when I first started throwing axe when I was 10 years old, and I guess I did that for probably 20 hours a day, you know, all summer long when I was out of school. So I've been throwing one all the time. So that makes it help a lot, being consistent.
Well, I got to talk to the wife. If I want to get as good as Mel LENTZ, I need a few more than 2 hours in the woodpile. I need 20. Mel LENTZ comes out first place in the axe throw with 100 points towards his overall total.